Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, as always, I want to start off giving all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. A double honor to our apostle, our elders, a great millstone, rule well, teacher on sound doctrine. Shalom, shalom. To the hopeful elect and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children, that the Lord will have mercy on these last days. All right, it's your brother Kadash, representing the GMS branch here in Cleveland. Lord willing to bring out an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. The title of this lesson is the blood will be on your hands. All right, the blood will be on your hands, man, because it will be on your hands. You have so like I was checking the song. You have again, here we go again, what you're gonna continue to get this up until the final and here we go again, the final display of what we're pushing, which the spirit is pushing, which is the MOT to the BZ. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna roll through the spirit. I want to show this again. I wasn't gonna, you know what I'm saying, but it's sometimes like you can't ignore some things. Like, even if you're talking to somebody at work or at home, or I mean not at home, but you go to your family house for something, or whatever. Sometimes you can't just help but just talk about the truth, man. So that's one of these situations, because we're defenders of the gospel, we're defenders of the doctrine. So I'm gonna just show this clip, quick clip, and then I'm gonna just show the beginning of it. And that's the big question. All right, because now, right, these are newer little dudes. These guys right here, this is I don't know what camp they out of. Like, I mean, I know what camp they out of, WFI, but I don't know what location. They got the location on another video. Anywho, so as you see, WFI is spreading more and more throughout the states. They setting up more camps through the different states. All right, the Cleveland branch of this camp, which the head brother that's the head of that camp, with the WFI Cleveland branch. That brother used to be in our camp. He's the head guy for the Cleveland branch. Okay, so that branch has been a couple years old. Like 4 years old, I believe. And now these guys is WFI Watchmen for Israel. Okay. Now, before, when we got so many videos on defending the gospel against these guys, and and the ones that think like them throughout our pages. You can just type the name in, you're gonna see a bunch of videos, on this particular topic alone. All right. I even had a dream about these guys, man. I told a couple of brothers, that and this everything is confirmed through the spirit. When I had the dream, I was laying in the bed, but behind me was a water faucet, and I dipped my I was so thirsty laying down in this bed. When I was trying to find water, I knew that it was a faucet behind me. So when I finally reached, it was like I was stuck. I was so dehydrated I couldn't move. But when I finally got the strength to get closer to the waterfall, because the water was just left on running. All right, it turned on and it was left on running. And when I dipped, I had a cup appeared in my hand. And when I dipped the cup, at first the water was clean water. But at first it was, but then when I put the cup underneath the faucet, it turned brown and dookie chunks was coming out of the water. And then it was a 3-part dream, and then it switched to uh, uh you know, I forgot the second part, but I knew it was about Watchmen for Israel, showing you that their doctrine is shitty, it's trash, it's the doctrine of devils. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't push the truth. Anything outside of the truth is of Satan, man. You know, they're not warning the flock. So, with that being said, the second part, I don't know this, I can't remember the second part of the dream, but the third part of the dream was the guy that I was telling you about that heads the Watchmen for Israel Cleveland branch now that used to be a part of our camp. He before we merged with the GMS brothers here in Cleveland, all right, we we came on before we came under their leadership. This guy was a part of our camp, and he was in there, and another guy that left. You know what I'm saying? Because of the doctrine, because we was teaching we was teaching the true doctrine. You know, they couldn't take it no more, man. You know, and it sifted them out, and that they were in that dream, and it had to do it. The dream was about Watchmen for Israel, showing you that the information that they push, and I told that briefly because the information that they push is going to get you killed, man, or destroyed, man. It's going to get you annihilated by the Heavenly Father Himself, man. You know, everything's destined. We understand that, but listen to what we're saying. You know, this is true love, man. Warning. This is true. This is the true work of the Most High. Prophets do what? Prophets warn. What do a watchman do? A watchman warns. You have different sounds of the trumpet for enjoyment, and you have a sound for the trumpet for a warning or of danger entering in. We're blowing the trumpet, okay? We're blowing the trumpet of that pending danger that is to befall not just Israel, the whole entire world. We're mainly concerned about Israel, but this danger is going to be so vast, it's going to come upon the entire globe. You understand that? Because Esau has spread himself like a green bay tree. He has spread himself all over the earth. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You see? So this is what YAHWASHI has commanded us to do. He has commanded us as watchmen. How it's a coincidence that their name starts with watchmen for Israel, but they're not watching because the congregation that falls up under you, they're not going to know what to do when according to now. And the reason why I'm getting I wanted to predict this particular video because this guy right here in the middle, I guess he's the head. I don't know, but just putting two and two together, I could be wrong. The point is that this is new. They never even said it this far because we know that the prophecy is getting close. You got these guys trying to trickle in the truth a little by little as if they already been talking about it. But I'm gonna play this video. But before I play this video, I'm about to play it. But I want to get this quick scriptures because since I quoted it in Joel, you know what I mean? Because this is Joel chapter 2 and 15. Blow the trumpet in Zion. Hold on. It's like let me go up. Blow Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. We're sounding the alarm. The trumpet we're blowing is the trumpet of war. See, Esau's about to seize the city again, or try to seize the city again. The temple, the temple is the body. You see, the temple, the body is the city. We are the city. Jerusalem, we are the people is the city. It's a people before it's a place. The body is the temple. You see, the body is the third temple being built, the spiritual blocks. So what Esau's he's going to do is he's going to what? Invade he's trying to take the precious ornaments out the temple. He's trying to invade the temple. He's trying to seize the city again, man. This time for good. Okay? It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahawah cometh, for it is nigh at hand. And that day is a day of what? Darkness and gloominess. A day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. Woo! A full covering. A great people and a strong there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generation. And that's those ICBM missiles that's going to pluther this place. Okay, that's going to obliterate this place. Okay, and here you have these dudes here saying what they're saying. Let me play this video, man. Can y'all hear me? Hold on, Salakia. Okay, y'all can hear me. I don't know why it's not playing. Let me see. Okay, y'all can hear me. I don't know why it's not playing. Let me see. Okay, y'all can hear me. I don't know why it's not playing. Y'all can hear me. I don't know why it's not playing. All right, I don't know what's going on, but let me see. Let me just go to his page. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Why is it not playing on this site? Why is it not playing on this site? Why is it not playing on this? All right, Salakia, brothers and sisters. But anyways, that's Satan. All right, so what we're gonna do is basically what he said is that, matter of fact, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna just do it like this. Is Satan think he gonna win? Right now, it's all over the place. Now, the mark of the beast right now is spiritual, but right now, it's all over the place, man. Because if you don't get your right in these last days, you're gonna fall victim to when they turn it into a physical mark. Right now, the mark of the beast right now is spiritual, but right now, it's all over the place, man. Because if you don't get your spirit right in these last days, you're gonna fall victim to when they turn it into a physical mark. So, Lord willing, that was playing. If you don't get your spirit right in these last days, you're gonna fall victim to when they turn it into a physical mark. So, Lord willing, that was right. So he said that if you don't get right now, it's spiritual. If you don't get your spirit right, you're gonna fall victim to it when it turns to a physical mark. This is something new that they've never said before. They didn't give no identification. They didn't give no acknowledgement to it at all. You see, because the whole push is that it's a part of his image. You see, what's the separation? Because if that, like, again, you have to know the prophecies. Most importantly, too, have to know the history in order to understand the mystery. To know when the beast came on the scene. To know when. All right, do you know when the beast came on the scene? Do you know who the beast is? Do you understand what's going on? And it would all make sense. You see, that's why it's important to watch, because if I'm watching something, okay, I can proper if I don't properly warn for the right, and I don't blow a proper trumpet, sound alarm properly, it can be mistaken. By you not teaching this alarm, not blowing this trumpet, not blowing this alarm, the particular people that is within the city, if you have ears to hear, your data watchmen, right? The particular people that's in the city, they're going to continue to think that they have more time than they have. They're going to continue to indulge in the mirth and the things that are around them. They're not going to be tightening up, and they should be doing that anyways. But you know how Jake is. Jake waits to the last minute. They're not going to be tightening it up. They're not going to be sharpening their swords like they're supposed to. You right? Because Israel's like children, man. You know. So it's very important to sound the alarm. So what happens now? The invasion happens, okay, and now it's a lot of bloodshed within the city because you never told them that it was enemies approaching the gate. How are the enemies approaching the gate with us? They're approaching the gate with something physical. With something physical. That's how they're approaching the gate. They're approaching the gate with something physical, man. Okay? Because in our law, it goes into it goes into you know, let's see, let me just get this Leviticus. Leviticus 19 and 28, you should not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you, for I am the Lord. All right. And it's another one too that goes into you should not make any cuttings in your flesh, period. All right. So now what happens is when you go into the Hebrew word for, let's see if they let me see um let me see, how do I forgot a particular chapter. But when you go into the Hebrew word for let's go to Revelations 13. All right, this is Revelations 13. All right, which is charagma, which is graven mark, right? It's a stamp, imprinted mark. All right, it says a mark branded upon horses, thing carved, right? Thing carved, sculpture, graven work, right? You go into um it says thing carved or sculpted. So in order to sculpt something, in order to sculpt something, I have to and carve it. I have to have a tool to in order to scrape it or sculpt it. I have to have a tool. Okay, so they're gonna use a tool, a particular tool. Okay, that's going to grapho, right, or etch or write. That's going to be used to write your data and all right and your information. That's the sculpting. All right, the sculpting is the engravement that this tool is going to have to etch this information into the database, into the Internet of Things, all right, of a particular person connected directly to you. Okay, connected directly to you. That's just like an eye scanner, a fingerprint. They put you into the data, into the system, a piece of you. They take your fingerprint. That's a piece of you. So now that's why if you get your fingerprint in the system, like a lot of us been arrested multiple times. So if you're not just because we was wicked, or yeah, we was wicked, but it might have been something else. All right. Point is, might have had might have had a warrant for your arrest because you put unpaid parking ticket. I'm just saying, if you've been in, if you went to the county and uh and they fingerprinted you at any time, you're in the system, okay? And that's a record, that's keeping record that you're still living, okay? When you're born when you're born as a baby, they take the footprint and put it on paper, all right? The soul, like that's why they call it the sole of your foot. The sole of your foot, that's the point. They want to put your soul or your spirit into the database so that they can keep track of you, okay? So when they take your foot, they take an imprint, and that's a piece of you that they transfer to the computer or the Internet of Things to keep record. And that's what this charagma, okay, this Karax that this MOTB, that's what this is getting to, man. This is what's about to happen. They're going to again the Hebrew word for all right for this particular context of this word is kawar, which means to Salakia. The word Hebrew word is kawar, all right, which when you go into it, it's like a hole, a cave, okay, like a cavity, okay, that would be a hole. That would be like a hole in your tooth, right? A hole in your tooth, khawar. All right, I haven't went into it in a long time. Lord willing, I could do another lesson on it, going into it. But I was trying to just make this quick. But again, look up the Hebrew word khawar. All right, it all ties into some type of hole, cave, or cavity, etc., which is what this is. Which is what this MOTB is, and they do that by the means of a tool that they stick or prick. All right, they prick. All right, they prick you. Okay, and they insert something. All right, but that imprintation makes a hole. Okay, so this guy said that it's spiritual now, and it's going to turn physical. The question is, what is it? Like Apostle Tahar said, all right, if we're wrong, how do we, you know what I'm saying? How if the Lord is dealing with you and you got the answer, well, how do we avoid when it's physical? What is it? How would they turn the spiritual mark into a physical mark? It's not Christianity. It's not just religion. It's not anything, okay? Because we already been through it all. Okay, we've been through it all. This is something that's going to try the whole world. You see, this is something that's going to try the whole world. The whole world wasn't put into subjection to choose Christianity. The whole world wasn't put into subjection to, again, you have different forms of religion, okay, and different things. The whole world wasn't put into this format. So what's the hour of temptation? Revelations 3:10. What's the hour of temptation? What we're telling you here at Great Millstone is that the difference is that we're making the separation between his MARK and his image. There is a difference. The other camps are merging them, and the ones that think like them, they're merging the two together, making it look like it's not separate. Because if they teach that it's separate, they have to identify what it is. You see, we hear through the spirit and power of YAHWASHI, or making the separation between the image, the name, and his mark. Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, so now there's a separation. What we're telling you is that his mark, the separation, is the charagma. Okay, is the charagma. Okay, that stake, that etched, that etching, that scratch. You know what I mean? That stamp. Okay, because how do he know? You could lie. You could just put if Christianity was the his mark, you could just lie. You could just put that on your paper. They don't even know how much money one makes if he get paid under the table. They don't even know if you don't fill out a census. If you got people that live off the grid, they don't even know if they still exist. So why would it be anything else? You see what I'm saying? You see what we saying? You gotta think. You just gotta think, man. You just gotta think. That's why the apostles always push is either two things. Either you was paid off, you took that purse, and this goes for anybody that don't push the truth, what we're pushing, or Lord YAHWASHI completely, truly blinded you, man. Okay? It's only two ways, man. Okay? So again, this goes back to that whole, that chawar in the Hebrew and in that charagma, the charax. You know what I'm saying? That print on a proof that you worship him, man. He needs proof, just like Yahawah needs proof. So why wouldn't the physical counterpart of Satan needs proof? Yahawah requires proof. It's all through the scriptures, man. Proof of our sincerity. He said he's looking for the sincerity and a contrite of heart, the meek of the earth. Okay, he said, do the work. That's proven that that you know what I'm saying, that I worship him. Me doing the ways of the Lord is proof that I worship him and I reverence him and give him credence that he is the higher power. That's what Esau wants too. He's gonna give you right now. The ultimatum is being put on the table. Are you either choose life or death? Life being YAHAWASHI, or death being Esau Edom. The Lord is making you choose. Then it's going to come. Now what we're moving into, that choosing state is getting out of is going to always be there, but the liberty somewhat behind it is going out the window. The outward temptation that's what that's about. Whether you choose life or death, and in that moment, in at your lowest state, it's going to show your true intentions. It's going to show your true character and what man you are. And that's what we're doing. We're washing the blood off our hands. Meaning what? We're warning you, all right, of that particular outcome, because we're prophets. We're the true prophets. We truly believe that, and we're warning you of this, what you see on the screen. We're warning you that this is literally in your near future. It's already here. The perfecting of that system is happening right before you. And we're warning you that you're going to come face to face with this one day, and you're going to have to choose whether you choose Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, and be able to stand on that integrity, or you choose Shaitan, Esau, Edom. Because when you're faced with hunger and starvation, and families being about to be taken out, you're gonna have men folding in that day, man, because they wasn't properly spiritually built up with spiritual experience of teaching the truth. You can't just teach the truth at the last second. You know what I'm saying? Or be about. See, listen, man. I mean, look, we already know the Lord gonna have mercy on who He gonna have mercy on, man. But the point we making is that, look, man, look, your spirit is important. That's why the scriptures talk about being built up, man. We start with the milk and then we move on to the meat. That's called being built up. The scriptures talk about spiritual growth. In 1 Corinthians, it talks about Paul was saying, I decrease and you increase. That's being built up. If Yahawah increasing you, you're being built up, not torn down. This body is the tearing down, because it displays the image of the world to some degree. The world is in chaos right now. The people is as the king. So we had to break from that mindset, and we had to come to the truth. This is the truth, and we're giving it to you freely through the spirit and power of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Not us, but Yahawah YAHAWASHI is. It's being issued out freely, whether for your salvation or whether for your destruction. Either way, you're going to be marked. If you're of the elect, or Lord willing, we pray that us brothers here at Great Millstone and like-minded brothers, we understand not every brother's going to make that number, man, but we pray that we'll put our hopeful number, man, that hopeful elect. Or you're going to get stamped and marked with Esau, Edom's mark, man. We're sent here to do a job, and that job is to warn the flock, not play fucking games, man. Not play games with these dudes, man. See, these guys right here, they're playing games, man. They're playing games. We're not here to fucking play games, dude. This is serious business. Do you understand who we work for? We work for the king of the universe, man. We work for the king of the universe, man. Like, man, it gets you mad, bro. It gets you mad, but we understand. But it irritates you. It's like a thorn. It's like a splinter. You know what I'm saying? Every time you wash your hands, you feel, or it's like something like a gnat. All right, these guys are like gnats. All right, they always just appear when shit is in the air. You know what I'm saying? When it's something present of some food or some folly, these guys just they're like gnats, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't get rid of them. All right, you got to use special methods and tactics to get rid of them. Showing you that they think like Esau, man. They move in his vibration, because Esau is a gnat. How you know Esau is a gnat? He has policemen that set up on the street corners and lurking in places. All right. He always constantly harassing you about taxes and different things in his system. He's a gnat that never goes away, man. Always find his way back. So eventually You gotta what? In order to make sure you never you get rid of gnats, you gotta do special remedies and tactics, man. And you gotta keep everything very clean and highly, without as much with less contamination as you can, man. That's how you keep the gnats out. I know personally, man, and I haven't had gnats in years, in a couple years, man. Some things is irritating, man. You know, that's how these guys are because they're coming like Esau. This is let me let you hear it again, man.
Now is spiritual for right now. It's all over the place, man. Because if you don't get your spirit right in these last days, you're gonna fall victim to when they turn it into a physical mark. Right now, the mark of the beast right now is spiritual for right now. It's all over the place, man. Because if you don't get your spirit right in these last days, you're gonna fall victim to when they turn it into a physical mark.
Again, this is have never been said by Naquam, who's the head of Watchmen for Israel. Okay. This has never been said out of his mouth that I personally heard or seen. Right? I used to, brothers talk to some of these dudes before. These guys follow us on social media, man. You know, like, listen, man, listen. This is something new. So now that you seeing more evidence of this, what? So now you start teaching the truth, and we know we have guys coming in at the last hour. You have sincere brothers that's in these other camps, man. But the blood that these guys are gonna have a lot of blood on their hands, man. They're gonna have a lot of blood on their hands, bro. And oh my god, bro. Like it just don't get, it just don't get no clearer, man. The water Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI for this truth, man. This is Ezekiel 33, and I'm gonna close out Ezekiel 33 and 30. Also, the Son of Man and children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, "Come, I pray you, and hear what is this, and hear what is the word that cometh from Yahawah Yahawashi. And they came unto thee as the people coming, and they sit before thee as my people." Right? They appear to be prophets, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. Right? What is the words of the Lord? The words of the Lord is this. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and 1. Moreover said he unto me, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, go and speak unto the house of Israel. So once we eat this roll, we was commanded to go and speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth and caused me to eat, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them. So now, listen, listen, listen to what I just read. The Lord told him to open his mouth. He told him to eat this roll. Then he told him, so he said he opened his mouth. Then he said, he ate it, and his belly was bitter, sweet, or all that sweetness and all that. Right? He tasted the power of the word, and now, because remember in the first verse it says, "Speak unto the house of Israel." Okay, so the Lord commanded him to speak unto the house of Israel. He didn't say speak. He could have said, "Speak my words into the house of Israel," but he didn't put his words in his mouth yet. You see? So then you jump down to 4 and said, and he said unto me, this is after he ate it, which is the scriptures. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them. So now he's increased. Now he's increased, and now he can speak words of truth. And this is what the prophets is doing. And when you go to Ezekiel 37, you got son, the breath entered to them, but they damn man, how's it go? Salaki, let me grab it off screen so I can keep that up. This is Ezekiel. Just to read it real quick for edification. This is Because we gotta remember, Ezekiel 37:10 says, "So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army." By what? The prophets. A prophet prophesies, but he had to have the right breath, the right essence into him, man. Right? And y'all go away. Okay? So he had to have the right breath in him, man. All right. So when you go into let me jump up real quick. This is Ezekiel 37. Hold on. This is Ezekiel 37 and 8. No, 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to bones. That's what you see here, these guys. All right, and people that think like them. So I prophesied, it says, bone in his bones, and when I held, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above. Right, they got the image. All right, like right, they have the appearance. All right, the outer appearance, but there was no breath in them. You see. So these guys, here, they're like, they got the they on the street corners, they got the scriptures and so forth, but they don't have the breath in them. Okay, they don't have the breath of them. You see, meaning the bones came together, they stood upon their feet, they woke up to them being Israel, but the breath was not in them, meaning the understanding, the wisdom, you know. So when you go back to Ezekiel 33, so now we speak with that wisdom, which is speak with my words unto them. So now we're not just speaking just words unto Israel, we're speaking with the words of Yahawah Yahawashi. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. You see? So when you jump down, let's go, man. This whole chapter fire, bro. You know what I mean? Um, let's jump down. Let's go to. Let's start at like, damn, man. All right, let's start at like 17. Ezekiel 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the words at my mouth, and give them warning from me. This is a warning from Yahawah Yahawashi. So when you're not warning the flock, the words are not coming from Yahawah Yahawashi. They're coming from your own belly. You see, they're coming from your vein, or your own. You're establishing your own righteousness. They're not coming from the breath of the omnipotent one. They're coming from your own conscience that's been conditioned from this realm. Okay, everything in this realm is weak, and you're coming with that essence, with that vibration, man. It says, therefore, hear the words at my mouth and give them warning from me, because that's what a prophet do. A prophet speaks from the mouth and the words of Yahweh Shah, not on our vain opinion. Okay. It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him now warning. Right. So what the Lord is doing, he's proclaiming death upon our people. He's proclaiming death upon our people, thus says the prophecies, man. He's proclaiming death on the wicked, and you're not telling them that's coming to them. So meaning that you're not, because the Most High is a just power. He doesn't move nor stir things until things are fulfilled. Meaning that he don't just execute something, a hit on someone, if there was no reason behind it. That's an unjust power. The Lord is just. He's a just power. He's righteous, and he's a true judge. A judge don't execute judgment on someone without witnesses and proper causes and testimonies and complete evidence. You don't just lock a nigga up for no reason. Yahweh is the judge. Okay, he is the judge, and he's training his men that he's created to be to move in his essence, which means we're being properly trained to be judges, priests, judges of the earth. That's why we had to go through this state and all that. So if that's the case, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest not him warning. If you don't tell the wicked they're gonna die for their ways, for taking an MOTB, you know what I'm saying? That means that you're not conditioning to be a proper judge on the earth, man. You're not having the essence of YAHWASHI. How are you playing the role of a judge if you're not giving them warning? Why is it so hard for these camps to just say that the that the tiny technology is this man's MOTB? If you're saying that it's a part of his system, a part of his image, why are you not telling people not to take it? We're not, and then they say we're not saying to take it. We're just saying that it's not. They doing all that because it's about what we teach. That's why, and what we teach is the truth. Nothing like, if you're not of the truth, you don't like the truth. Wicked don't like the good. Good don't like the wicked. That's the balance. The lies don't like the truth. The truth don't like the lies. So if you uphold a lie, you're not going to like the man that upholds the truth. It says, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand, man. It says, yet if thou warn the wicked and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Again, when a righteous man doeth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. How are these people going to? Nobody in your congregation thinks that the MOTB is the tiny technology, man. Even if you know it is, even if you think it, even if you come last minute and telling them that it is, they're going to be so confused. They're going to be confounded. You're going to have so many answers to have to tell these people, man, and you're not going to have them. That's why you're going to come to the prophets. That's why Matthew 25 that's when Matthew 25 is going to come to pass. When you're going to try to seek oil from the prophets, you're going to try to get some of their knowledge and wisdom and seek them to try to give to the people that followed you and looked at you as a God, man. It says they hear my words, Ezekiel 33 and 31, continuing, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart, meaning your mind, go up after covetousness, because you're coveting fame, all right, a title in Esau's society, all right, power. You know, your mind is not focused on and not spearheaded on the YAHWAH, YAHWASHI, man. And then Slack, I'm gonna hold that again. I'm gonna go back to Ezekiel 3 and 20. And I lay a stumbling block before him. He should again, I'm gonna read from top again. When a righteous man doeth turn from his righteousness, commit iniquity. So if that righteous man commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, and the Lord put a stumbling block before him, he shall die. Why? Why will a righteous man die from his iniquity? Because you didn't give him warning. Everybody, the scripture talking about 2 Ezra 16, the Lord know of your inventions, right? He said, how would you hide your sins before him and the angels? The Lord know exactly what's going on, but most important, it says it says the Lord is the judge. Okay, so that means that it's going to come a time where everybody was warned. You see, everybody was warned. You know, that's what the sifting is. The sifting comes with the shaking. Everybody, if you pick up some grain, whatever you're sifting and separating, all right. When you pick those grains up, all right, into that sifter and you shake it, every piece of grain on there feels the shake, and then it slowly separates the and then now you see the difference, and you dump one into one pile, And then the other ones that was a part of the pile you picked up, it goes back into the pile. Now it's a separation. It was a sifting. All right. But everybody felt it. That's what you see now. The Lord said he would sift the house of Israel. So everybody's feeling that sift. So that means that the elect, once everybody has heard that warning, okay, because you still got people getting woken up, but the elect is completely sealed, man, because every spirit has received that warning. We're scattered amongst the nations for a reason, so that every spirit can hear the warning of YAHWASHI, man. Okay, so that you won't just put some off, and you could talk to everybody, and then the spirit of the Lord is going to reveal who is actually Israel, because we have Israelites who look like other nations, and that's the sifting. Every grain feels that shaking until it's divided. So everybody, that's why the scripture again, Revelation 3:10, that our temptation is going to come upon the whole world. That's shaking. All right. And then the separation, and it's ultimately the ultimate separation, and the stamp on that separation of who served life, and which is Yahawah, YAHWASHI, who serves Yahawah, YAHWASHI, or who chose death. Okay. So continuous is because thou hast not given them warning, and that comes from that. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he have done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thine hand, man. So, and then it's the balance. Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sin not, and he doeth not sin, he shall surely live, because he has warned, also thou hast delivered thy soul. So you think about people who will that's why the apostles talk about is still hope for like some of their elders, either the elders they speak on, I'm gonna say, okay, because or whoever you might put in that category, because you gotta think about certain individuals the spirit jumped on to wake you up while we teaching, while we're doing this. That man, what if you are an elect, man? What if you are, you know what I'm saying? You didn't offend the little one, you treated that member with the utmost, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you might be, the Lord might have you bugged out for the sake of whoever followed you or so forth, so forth. That he might just wake you up at the end, man. Like Nate. That's why Apostle Tahar said what he said about Nate. What if the Lord did that with Nate? Or the IUIC. Got all these people following him, man. He got thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people following him, man. What if the Lord is using him just to sift all them niggas out, man? And then he wake him up at the end. The Lord can do whatever he want to do. So you do have those individuals as well, but the point is that you're gonna have this is how you deliver your soul, man. We give them warning, man. Going back to Ezekiel 33 and 32, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, one that hath pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, right, when the prophecies come to pass, man, that the prophets have warned you. You thought the tiny technology that they're connecting to the currency and the Internet of Things wasn't going to be mentioned in the scriptures, bro? You crazy, bro. You crazy. You crazy. You bugged out, man. You're crazy, man. You know what the etymology of the word crazy is? Deranged in the mental, sick in the mind. That's literally being mentally challenged. You're crazy, man. It says Ezekiel 33 and 33, when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, not maybe, no, it's going to come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them, and this is what this is about, doing the Lord's work, all right, clearing our debt, man, getting the blood off our hands is clearing our debt. We owe the Lord, like, you're not even supposed to be alive right now, man. But his mercy and grace is sufficient, and he's bound by his word, and he has made a promise from the foundations of the earth, man. So yeah, man. I'm Lord willing, is edifying, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had. You know what I'm saying? Again, I want to give all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Again, double honors to our apostles, our elders, a great millstone, who will teach you on sound doctrine, strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. That the Lord have mercy on these last days, man. All right, it's your brother Kadash. Again, walk like a ball. Hey, Lord willing, is edifying. Till next time, shalom.